Hi guys, Chess Learning for Life here, back with another video. So today, I'm gonna introduce my second ever classical tournament, and this is my first game playing as black. And this time I'm playing a 1500. And let's see how this game progresses. So this game started with an English, and yeah, my opening repertoire is just e6 every day, e4 e6, d4 e6, c4 e6. Just whatever my opponent plays, I'm gonna play e6, cause I just like this. Very solid, I guess. He goes knight f3. Knight c3. If he goes d4, then it's basically Nimzo Indian territory. But now I can transpose it into the queen's gambit declined. But he exchanges pawns and then develops. So this is not your mainline queen's gambit declined. This is the exchanged variation. And this is also very popular. Here, knight f6, getting some development in. Here, I had some thoughts. I don't want to commit my bishop yet, because I want, if he pushes, then I can pin his knight. And also this bishop, I want to see where his bishop goes. I don't want to commit it here, because then he can pin my knight. And just basically, if his bishop goes to f4, I want to go d6 to trade off. If his bishop goes g5, I want to go to e7. So I don't want to commit this bishop yet. And this knight, I don't want to block it, because this is not the ideal square for the knight in queen's gambit declined positions. I like it here, maybe push for some c5s, because I have the queenside majority. And here playing bishop f5 is a mistake, because it allows queen b3, and how do you defend this pawn? I have to like sacrifice it. There's some lines like knight b4 maybe. Here even e4 to kind of like sack it for like queen takes b7, or even just knight e5. Knight e5. Right here, like there's all these lines. This is not the time to develop my bishop, so I just went c6. Very solid, defending my pawn and allowing my queen to gain some room for activity. Here he went bishop f4. And I went bishop f5. So now I can play bishop f5, because after queen b3, which was played in the game, I could just go queen b6. And this tension would hold. Like, both players want the opponent to take them. Like, white wants black to take them, and black wants white to take them. Because after taking, it is double pawns, but you get an active rook, an open a file to work with. So here he went e3, and I was like, why not? I'll take on the healthier pawn structure. So I took his queen, and here I played knight bd7, which is kind of forced, because something like bishop e7, there's this bishop takes my knight, which seems very strange. Like, you wasted 2 tempos, and this is a very good bishop for a knight that hasn't even moved. But the point is, after rook takes a7, and I'm just down pawn. So here knight bd7 is forced. He went bishop e2. Sorry, kind of sick. And I went bishop b4. Like, go the furthest with my bishop. Like, bishop e7 is a move, but I just don't like sorry. It's really passive here, and an idea with my bishop is maybe I can play a5 to kind of lock up the a file, and then I can activate my rook somewhere else. So I went bishop b4. He castled, or else maybe like the e4 will put some pressure. Here, I really like this knight f8 reroute. So basically, my knight won't want to go to b6, because this b3 pawn just clamps my knight down. So the idea behind knight f8 is a reroute to g6 or e6 to kind of kick away this bishop. And if it goes to e6, maybe aim for some c5 after rook c1, like maybe a5, lock this down, c5, knight e6, and then rook c8, knight e6, and then c5. So this just rerouting the knight to a better position. And here my idea was knight up, and then king e7. My king is very good here in the center of board. When the queens are traded off, when my king is at the center of board, it's better for me in the end game. And it can maybe assist with my bishop. Like maybe my bishop can drop back and then trade away his bad bishop, but it's outside of his pawn chain. So this bishop is still considered a good bishop. But here he went for a very forced line, knight h4. Now here the best move is bishop e6, just keeping my bishop here. Aim for maybe like knight g6 and play a long game. But I was like, nah, bishop c2. I just went in, and here white had to find, if white wants to keep the advantage, he had to find rook fc1. Now not rook a c1, because then this gives up this very nice open file. Rook fc1, and then if I take on b3, then there is knight f5, and I'm having problems here. This d6 square, he can drop his bishop in or his knight in, and here best move king d7, drop this pawn, and basically you can see like because there was no way to defend this g7 pawn, like knight d6, but then comes bishop d6, and if I take, then his knight takes back, and one of my pawn drops. And let's say if I don't take, like what can I do? Take the bishop, then this bishop gets kind of trapped. a4, I can't play that because this hangs a rook. So here with this line, it means that he is trading off his double pawn for one of my good pawns. So this is actually a line that he had to find, but he didn't, and played the move that I expected, which is bishop d1. This is called X-ray defense. I can't take because his bishop takes. And here I was like, okay, I'm okay with the draw, I guess, because this position has been reached a lot of times, and you know, there's not really play for both sides. So I was like, bishop d3, bishop e2, then I could take, and play on with this position, like 94, and say that, oh, this outpost is very good. He has double pawns. But I could also just like repeat with him like this. And I was content with the draw because I was playing with the back pieces. But he didn't repeat. Like after bishop c2, bishop d1, bishop d3, he went rook e1. And I was like, yo, I'm winning. I'm straight up winning. Because look, bishop e4, I told you. It was going to prove use in this game. And here's the use. So it basically pins the knight and 94. Huapa! Now this is not only winning a pawn, but look, this is a double attack, and you're losing an exchange. So he defended with rook c1, and I'll spot a tactic. Pause the video. So the tactic is g5. Now this is not the top engine move. The top engine move is basically a improved version of my tactic. So basically the engines wants me to take the knight, and then now you see the power of the bishop pair. Like, where are your rooks going? This is your only choice, but then bishop e2. And now your other rook is trapped. Look. Like, this is very funny, but yeah, it's just white is losing an exchange here. But I didn't go for that. I went for g5, which also works. It's just a fork. But then I missed the move is bishop e5, which looks like it hangs everything. Like after f6, yo, everything's hanging. But then there's this counterattack bishop h5. And I can't go to e7 because there's knight f5 check. So then I have to go king d. My king had to go king d7. But then he could sacrifice the exchange. Like this. Because knight takes f6 check. And where's my king going? If my king goes back to d8, then knight f3, and this is just very, very messy. But the thing is, look, he has 4 pieces attacking my king. And where are my pieces? Like, hello? Like, this is one line of counterattack. I had to take back with the pawn. And now he can take my pawn, rook g8. And then bishop g4 check. And then I can't run, because then if I run, then knight f5 hits. And then where's my king running? I can take his rook. And here white can say, yeah, I'm down in exchange, but my pieces are very active. So I missed this line. He also missed this line. Instead, he went for f3 counter punch, but he didn't see this simple idea. Just takes, bishop here. Only move for the rook is rook a1. Now double attack. And here he just gave up his rook. Gave up another rook. And here just the conversion stage. Very funny moment. I was kind of too scared of this threat. Rook g6, which is the top engine move. I wasn't scared of exchanging. Here I'm up a rook and an exchange. So Here I even sack my rook d8 to prevent 96. Here I solidified this structure and got this pawn and started pushing. And here I even sacked my bishop because why not make a queen? And here he resigned because f7 check, there's nothing, and I'm promoting. And this is a very nice first win for me for this tournament, for the second classical tournament for me. I really hope I could reach 1800 on FIDE, because I'm only 1770 for classical FIDE. So yeah, let's hope I get a good tournament, and see you in game 2. Bye.